Yes, welcome back to the Rat Cave. It's Ratzi for DJKit, and today I am finally shooting a long-awaited head-to-head comparison. Been meaning to do this for a while, but I wanted to spend a little bit more time on this SC Live 4 before I actually put these head-to-head and did this review for you guys. But it is the one you guys have been waiting for. It's the Denon DJ SC Live 4 controller head-to-head with the legendary spaceship, the Denon DJ Prime 4 DJ controller. So before we get into this, I want to say, if you don't know already, these two controllers are two completely different beasts. However, at the time of me shooting this video, these are the only two standalone 4-channel DJ controllers on the market right now. So there are quite a lot of similarities between these two, both being in the Denon DJ and the Engine DJ ecosystem, but there is obviously a lot of differences between them as well. I'm going to try and keep this comparison like as simple as possible, but also sort of making it obvious, you know, the differences when you put them head to head. So on that note, let's get the first two big differences out the way, and that is on the SC Live 4. This unit here has the built-in speakers, which the Denon DJ Prime 4 doesn't have. So let's just get that out the way first and foremost. If you want to know, by the way, my full sort of opinions on this SC Live 4 and in fact the Prime 4, I've of course done separate full like reviews of both of these controllers and compared them to other controllers as well. So check the description of this video for those in-depth reviews. But yeah, anyway, we'll crack on. So the SC Live 4 has got the two built-in speakers. The Prime 4 doesn't have that. Also, with the SC Live 4, this is compatible with Amazon Music, which the Denon DJ Prime 4 isn't compatible with that. Now, the beauty of the Engine DJ ecosystem and the operating system that is in both of these units, and of course across the majority of the Denon DJ and the Numark Mixstream Pro DJ controllers, is that whenever something new gets implemented in the operating system, it's just a case of updating your firmware. And, you know, even the older, let's say, if an update comes to the SC6000 media players, if you've got the SC5000 media players, you can implement that same firmware update into your 5000 and it's got it, right? That is the beauty of Engine DJ, and I say this every time that I do a video about Denon DJ products. Big up to Denon DJ, because, you know, they look after the people that bought their stuff way back when, not just the up-to-date stuff. But this isn't the case with the SC Live 4 with this Amazon Music integration, because it takes a certain kind of chip to have that Amazon Music implemented. So because of that, the Prime 4, you know, the Prime 2, all of the other stuff which came before this SC Live 4, and of course the SC Live 2 that's got the Amazon Music, we can't put Amazon Music on this because it doesn't have that certain chip. So those are the two big things that the SC Live 4 has got that the Prime 4 doesn't have. So let's get into the rest of it. I'd like to say as well at this point, as I just mentioned, both of these controllers share the same Engine DJ operating system. And what that means is that apart from the Amazon Music integration on the SC Live 4 and the SC Live 2 and now the Mixstream Pro Plus, these share pretty much the same features when it comes to the brains inside of the screen and the operating system themselves. So there's no need for me to go into that. So even though Amazon Music is on the SC Live 4 and the SC Live 2, there are other streaming options available on the Prime 4 and this SC Live 4. You've got options for Beatport Link, Beat Source Link, SoundCloud, Tidal, Dropbox, and of course the demo tracks that I've got here. And also it's worth saying that both of these controllers, the Prime 4 and the SC Live 4, are compatible with Serato and Virtual DJ. Of course, both of these controllers as well, as I said before, are 4-channel standalone controllers, which means that you can play all 4 channels from one USB stick or SD card. But one of the differences between these two is that the Prime 4 actually has more input options than the SC Live 4. You've got 4 USB inputs and 1 SD card input on the Prime 4, whereas the SC Live 4 has only got 2 USB inputs and one SD card input. Of course, as well, the Prime 4 has got that SATA drive bay underneath where you can install a hard drive in there that you can fill up via a USB cable into your laptop or computer or whatever. Literally like drag and drop your tunes in there. And with the onboard analysis that the Prime 4 has got, and this SC Live 4 as well, you know, that makes the Prime 4, in terms of like plugging in USBs and SD cards and sort of storage wise, you know, the Prime 4 trumps this SC Live 4 in that department. Okay, so let's talk jog wheels on the Prime 4 and the SC Live 4. Now, both of these controllers have got 6-inch capacitive touch jog wheels, but the Prime 4 does trump the SC Live 4 with its in-jog display. This is high res with artwork in there. You can get track information and high res artwork, whereas the SC Live 4 is a little bit more minimal. This is just an LCD display with sort of track information in there, like which deck you're playing and the BPM, the time elapsed, that kind of thing. And it is a good job that this SC Live 4 actually tells you which deck you're playing on here. So you've got deck 1 or 3 over this side and deck 2 or 4 over here, because there is no LED outer ring on the jog wheel. Whereas on the Prime 4 here, as you can see, it changes color depending which deck you're playing, which gets a lot less confusing when you're going 4 decks on across the controllers, because there's obviously only 2 jog wheels. So also the colors are fully customizable on this Prime 4. If you go into user profile and then it's deck colors. So at the moment I've got deck 4 and deck 3 on green, but I can change them, let's say, to deck 4 on red, deck 3 on blue, deck 1 on yellow, deck 2 on orange. Then if I switch like that, then, you know, you can see the difference there. And actually one of the great things about this Prime 4, which I do really appreciate, is that the Q buttons change color with the decks as well, so that you know which deck is which along the mixer section as well as around the jogs. But anyway, both of these jog wheels actually are, there's no jog adjust, so, you know, you sort of take them as they are, but they are a good consistency. You know, it's a nice compromise between not too loose and not too tight. And they do have a slightly different design around the outside, but, you know, they both feel pretty good in terms of like nudging your tune and that kind of thing. Now, sticking around the deck section, let's just go underneath and look at the performance pads here. As you can see on the Prime 4, the performance pads are a lot bigger than the SC Live 4, and they are LED lit all the way around the outside, whereas the SC Live 4 has just got this coloured LED strip. There's 8 per side, which is great. You know, the SC Live 2 only has 4 per side, so you have to use the parameter buttons. But let's try not to bring the SC Live 2 into this comparison. This is just about these 2 4-channel bad boys. In terms of performance modes, you've got the same modes on the Prime 4 that you've got on this SC Live 4. Hot Q, loop, roll, slicer. So Q, loop, roll, slicer there. And albeit they are a little bit smaller on the SC Live 4, you know, they do the same thing. They feel fine. What I would say is the pads on the Prime 4, I actually prefer these pads. I feel like they're a bit more rubbery. That sounds a bit funny, but like what I found on the SC Live 4 is you have to hit the pads quite hard to actually enable them. And it's the same for me on the Q and play buttons as well. But the Q and the play buttons are similar on both of these controllers. For some reason, I found it on the SC Live 2 as well, that you have to kind of hit the performance pads quite hard to actually trigger them. So carrying on around the deck section, pretty similar layout, pretty similar buttons, just slightly bigger on the Prime 4. So you've got the track skip and the beat jump here, track skip and beat jump. The sync button is here on the Prime 4, whereas the sync button is up here on the SC Live 4. Then you've got your deck select here, 2 and 4, whereas it's just a single button here on the SC Live 4. Sensor, reverse, same there. The looping section is pretty much exactly the same, just a different knob here. So you've got in and out, or the knob here. Slip mode on the Prime 4 is up here, whereas the slip mode is down here on the SC Live 4. You've got the vinyl mode here, a little button on the Prime 4. It's a big square button here on the SC Live 4. Key lock on the Prime 4 here, that is the blue button here. And then the pitch faders are the same size. Down here, you've got the pitch bend on the Prime 4 here and the pitch bend down here on the SC Live 4 here. Now, something that the Prime 4 does have is the dedicated beat grid section down here, which you do have the grid edit button on the SC Live 4, but there's no dedicated buttons for it. All right, let's talk about the mixer section on these two controllers. Now, as you can probably see, not just in the mixer section, but in general on the Prime 4 compared to this SC Live 4, you've got a lot more space to work with. And in fact, there is a lot more going on this Prime 4, like compared to the SC Live 4, this looks a lot more minimal. The Prime 4 is such a spaceship, by the way. Like, there is so much going on. It looks amazing in the dark. You know, you've got all of the LEDs, all of the lights. It's wicked. Whereas this SC Live 4 is a little more stripped back. However, you know, probably the biggest difference between these two, and one of the main selling points of this SC Live 4 that put it in sort of Denon DJ's division of a whole new range of DJ controller for them, is that the mixer section is a club style layout on this SC Live 4. This mixer section emulates not just their X1850 mixer section, but, you know, pretty much any kind of mixer section that you would find in a club, with the effects down here, you know, the channel assign and stuff down here. Look, actually, I'm jumping forwards a little bit. I'll get to the effects in a minute, but, you know, both of these mixer sections are 4 channels. On the SC Live 4, it's a bit more squished together. You've got the sweep effects up here above the channels, which is the same on the Prime 4 over here, but a little more spaced out. But on the Prime 4, where you select the sweep effects is actually here above the crossfader, whereas on the SC Live 4, they're to the left over here, which is where you see it on the X1850. You do get the same sweep effects on the SC Live 4 that you get on the Prime 4, by the way. Filter, echo, wash and noise. Slightly different order on here. Filter, noise, echo and wash. You've got 3-band EQ, and then the level above, again, same as the Prime 4, but slightly more spread out. But again, like going back to the club style layout, you know, the headphone section is in the middle here on the Prime 4, whereas the headphone section is to the left here on the SC Live 4, again, where you would see that on a club style mixer. Also, another like big difference between the actual mixer section on these two is on the Prime 4, you've got your loading knob here with the load and the back and forward buttons, whereas on the SC Live 4, you don't have that in the actual mixer section. It's up here. So you've got your loading knob there with the back forward and the load buttons to the right hand side of the screen. So in fact, let's talk about the screens, right? So both of these screens are multi-touch, multi-gestural, so, you know, really, really nice to play with. But the screen on this SC Live 4 is 7 inches, whereas the screen on the Prime 4 is 10.1 inches. And I said this about the SC Live 4 compared to the SC Live 2. Obviously, this being a 4-channel, it's all good when you're playing this on a 2-channel, but when you go 4-channel, that's when this starts to sort of look a bit squished on that 7-inch screen. Whereas on the Prime 4 over here, you know, with that extra room on the screen, it's a lot better to sort of go 4 decks. You see a lot more of what you're doing. Also, another difference is that the SC Live 4, the screen is on a tilt, but you can't actually physically tilt it. Whereas on the Prime 4, you can obviously change the tilt of the screen up and down, which, you know, is nice for people to have that option. In fact, I am just going to put that screen down so it's maybe a bit better for you to see on the overhead camera. Right, let's talk about effects now. So the Prime 4 is a little bit more sort of complex when it comes to the effects. Well, to be fair, the Prime 4 is a little bit more complex when it comes to everything compared to this SC Live 4. Like, this is so much more stripped back. But yeah, on the Prime 4, you've got 2 banks of effects above the jog wheel here. So you've got effects 1 over here and effects 2 over here, where you can change the effect with these knobs and change the parameters here. There's 14 effects available on the Prime 4, whereas over here on the SC Live 4, the effects are down here. Again, like I said earlier, this is where you would find effects on a club mixer, but you change the effects on the using this knob here, and they come up on the screen here. So there's actually 13 effects on this SC Live 4. Now on the SC Live 4, once you've picked your effect, you activate it by hitting this button down here, whereas on the Prime 4, this is something which my muscle memory just doesn't really get, because I'm used to the club layout of like this, which is why I was so happy with this SC Live 4 when it came out with the club mixer layout. But if you want to activate the effect on the Prime 4, you say we want to put on a delay, you turn the effect on there, and then over here as well, you say, okay, I want the effect on channel 1 or channel 2. So you have to make sure that it's assigned to channel 2 there, and then you turn the effect on there. Now, in terms of like it being more complex on this Prime 4, you've got the parameter here, which you do have a parameter button here, but you've got effects frequency and effects wet dry and the beats and that kind of thing there. Whereas on here, again, you assign all of that within the screen. It's a lot harder to see that on the SC Live 4, again, going back to that 7-inch screen. Whereas on this Prime 4, you've got dedicated mini displays for all of those parameters. So while we're on this section over here, this is where you've got your booth control, which has got a 2-band EQ, a high and a low. The SC Live 4 does have a booth out, but it doesn't have any EQ on it. It's just the level here, which doubles up as the same level for the built-in speakers. Your master volume is also up here on the Prime 4, whereas the master volume is over here on the SC Live 4. And in this section over here, this is where you get controls for your zone out. Now, zone out is something that we saw, I think, first on the Prime 4. I can't remember seeing it anywhere else. It basically means that you can have your master out going into one set of speakers, and then your zone out with a completely different like playlist going into a completely through, you know, another set of cables with its own volume control and EQ over here. So perfect for mobile DJs that are trying to send two different sets of music into two separate rooms. And that zone out feature isn't something that you get on the SC Live 4 or the SC Live 2. Now, over the other side here, I know that this is slightly off the camera. I might have to hit a bit of B-roll here. This is where your microphone EQ is on the Prime 4. So you've got a dedicated microphone section where you've got 2 microphone inputs, by the way, on both of these controllers. But on the Prime 4, you've got dedicated volume knobs, as well as 3-band EQ on mic number 1. Mic number 2 has only got 2-band EQ, but you've got an echo level knob as well, and you've got a dedicated talk over button. Now, on the SC Live 4, you do have those options, but they are actually in the settings and the microphone auxiliary option in the touchscreen menu here. So you've got mic 1 EQ, treble mid bass, mic 2 EQ, treble mid bass, and you've got the talk over option as well. So, you know, slightly more accessible on the Prime 4 if you are a big microphone user, which, you know, again, I sort of say, might end up saying this in my conclusion of this video, but the Prime 4 is a huge controller for mobile DJs, whereas this SC Live 4, with the mixer layout and with the way that it's laid out in general, is aimed more at a club style DJ, which may not be as prone to using a microphone, so that mic EQ and stuff isn't as important to have a dedicated button on the controller itself. Now then, while we're talking microphones, we might as well talk inputs and outputs between these two. So the Prime 4 has inputs for all 4 channels, 2 of which are phono line switchable, so you can use them for turntables or media players inputted into this Prime 4. And it's also got an Ethernet cable for hardwiring the internet, but also using the stage link to connect all of the Denon Prime units to talk to each other, and a lot more. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole new video's worth of sort of spiel talking about that stage link, but that isn't on the SC Live 4. And in fact, the only input that the SC Live 4 has actually got is a single aux in, which doesn't have any EQ on it or anything. So it's not really meant for inputting anything DJ wise. It's just maybe for plugging in a phone and playing something, you know, with the volume control, which doubles up as the aux mic 2. So it's either mic 2 or the auxiliary level here. Now, in terms of actual measurements of these two controllers, I need to bust out my old faithful tape measure here. So let's go Prime 4 first. This is 73 centimeters wide, including the screen down. This is 48 centimeters deep, and then it is about 9 centimeters tall, whereas the SC Life 4 here is, let's go width first, 72 centimeters wide, including the screen. It's about 41 centimeters deep, and then it is about 6 centimeters high. Now, if you want the actual specific measurements, I will drop them in the description of this video, but I know that you all love my tape measure, so, you know, it's nice to bust that out. But obviously, you know, the Prime 4 is a weapon. It is a lot bigger than this SC Life 4, but of course that's understandable with all of the actual physical buttons for all of the features on it. Right, so in terms of build quality, the Prime 4 is a lot heavier than the SC Life 4. So the Prime 4 comes in at 21.34 pounds or 9.7 kilograms, whereas the SC Life 4 comes in at 12.8 pounds or 5.8 kilograms. So it's nearly, the SC Life 4 here is nearly half the weight, but the Prime 4 has got a metal faceplate on it. So, you know, you could argue, well, there's no argument really, the Prime 4 is better built than the SC Life 4. However, I did say this in my review of this SC Life 4. I was actually quite impressed at the build quality of this, considering how light it is. Finally, in terms of audio specs between these two, they've got exactly the same audio cards in them. So it's at 20 to 20,000 hertz frequency range. The sample rate is 44.1 kilohertz and the DA converter is 24-bit. So exactly the same sound output coming out of both of these controllers. So which of these two controllers is best for you? Look, the SC Life 4 is obviously built around a club style setup. The mixer section mimics a club style mixer. It's a lot more minimal. And you know, if you hop from say a Pioneer mixer, or you're used to a Pioneer style layout, or even a reloop style layout, or whatever it is, you will feel right at home on this SC Life 4. Whereas the Prime 4, this has got more of a controller style layout with the effects up here and that kind of thing. But the Prime 4 has got a layout, to be honest, not like no other DJ controller. And unless you are used to the Prime 4, you may struggle. Say you're used to a Pioneer DJ controller. If you hopped on the Prime 4, it may take you a little while to get used to where everything is. So for me, the SC Life 4 gets a thumbs up in that department because this is a lot more accessible for all kinds of DJs. However, as I keep saying in this comparison, this SC Life 4 is a lot more stripped back than the Prime 4. You get a lot more features on this, as you can see literally from the overhead here. You know, I keep saying it, the Prime 4 looks like a spaceship, whereas the SC Life 4 is a lot more stripped back and a lot more minimal. But the beauty of the Denon DJ family and the Engine DJ operating system is that you can have this SC Life 4, which is cheaper than the Prime 4. It's still got 4 channels. It's still a 4-channel standalone, but it's got the same operating system as the Prime 4. So as I said earlier, when an update comes out, if you update your firmware on this, it's going to get the same firmware update as the Prime 4's got, even though this is the flagship and all that kind of stuff. I mean, big up to Denon DJ for that. I know I said it earlier, but I can't say that enough. So I guess the big question here is, which one of these controllers would you prefer? Tell me in the comments, you know, are you more of a Prime 4 person? Do you have the Prime 4 maybe, but you're looking at the SC Life 4 and thinking, do you know what? I don't need that much sort of diddle daddle on the effects section up here. I prefer to have my effects down here. Or like, you know, all of this space that it takes up, perhaps you're looking for something a bit more space saving like the SC Life 4. Let me know in the comments, guys, which of these two you would choose. Maybe you've got both of them. I know what you Denon DJ guys are like. You love collecting the Denon DJ and supporting your brand. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know if I've missed anything in this comparison. I probably have. But as always, make sure that you like the video, share it to anyone who you think might find it interesting, and make sure that you subscribe to the DJKit YouTube channel for plenty more videos like this. As I said, I will drop my dedicated review of the SC Life 4 and the Prime 4 and all the little bits and bobs comparison videos that I've done over the years of these controllers in the description of this one. But until next time, you take care out there. Peace.